Okay, keep on thinking. I'm out of tricks, and then I think of a few more that I want to add. So let's move on to VA tricks part 4. The first thing I'd like to show you guys is how to link your PIV card to CPRS. This will allow you to bypass having to enter your username and password. Not only will it save you a little bit of time every time you log on, but residents have the tendency of forgetting their username and password because you may not be here for 6 weeks, and there's a lot in your brain, and that's not one of the things that you're apt to remember. So then you have to call the help desk, and it adds a lot of time. So this will hopefully save you some time. So to link your card, you'll go to Tools, you'll click on CPRS Tools, and you'll go to Linking Your Card to CPRS or Vista. That will bring you to a website. That brings you to the website that looks like this. And you will click on Link Vista User. Ooh, all right, let's go back. So you'll click on Link Vista User. You'll change this to Boston, and then you'll enter your access code and your verify code, and that will link your card, and then you will have a green active button up here. All right, so that's how you link your PIV card. How about looking at labs? So you click on the labs tab, and you can click on most recent, and you can click previous and sort of manually go through it. But what if you get sort of a Chem 7 and the creatinine's a little elevated, and you sort of want to know what it's been over the years? What's the easiest way to do that? So I like to use the worksheet function. So you click on worksheet, and I have a pre-populated Chem 7 here, so I'll click on that and then click OK. And then on the data range up here, you can go anywhere between, just looking at today all the way to, 1 to 2 years to all results. And so you can graph over time what the creatinines have been, what the potassiums have been, what his sodium has been, and I think that's a helpful tool for you. So to create your own worksheets, what you'll do is that you can take a look at what I have here, and you can sort of enter those for yours. So for a Chem 7, you would enter sodium, you would enter potassium, you would enter bicarb, glucose, creatinine, and BUN. Okay, and then you would click new, and it's going to ask you, do you wish to create a new group? I'm going to say no, but you will say yes, and then that will enter as a group there. So let me show you what I have. So I have a Chem 7, I have a CBC, I have coags, I have LFTs, calcium magphosphorus, protein albumin. I also have cardiac enzymes, iron and B12 studies. I have an HIV and a Hep C. I have a lipid panel. This is a urine drug screen, and I have an A1C and a microalbumin. So if you want to make your own worksheets, you can certainly do that. These are the ones that I have, but you can create them however you would like. Okay, the final thing I'd like to show you is how you can organize your notes and view your notes. So this is a running list of all of the last 200 signed notes here. So you can organize this in a couple different ways. So what you can do is you can right click here, and you can go to custom view, and what you can come down here to is contains. And so let's say I want to see, has this patient ever seen cardiology? So you can change that to cardiology, and any of the cardiology notes would be highlighted. So he's never seen cardiology. I see that he's seen geriatrics. So let's say I want to read all the geriatrics notes. So I would change this to geriatrics. And now all of his geriatric notes will be highlighted, so you're able to search through that. Um, I would recommend for you guys that you put primary here, click subject and title, click OK. That'll highlight any of the primary care notes. To save this as your option, you will go to view and save as default view, and you will click yes, and that will save it as the current default. If you want to change how many notes you're viewing at a time, I think the standard is 200, but let's say you wanted to view 500, that's you could type in there. I'm going to leave it as 200. some of the other search options. So you can do sign notes by author. So let's see if I want to see all the notes that I've ever written on Awesome ZZ Mouse. So I've written 2 notes on Awesome ZZ Mouse. Uh, if you want to, if you want to see all of the notes, you can click on Sign Notes All. Okay, because this is a large chart, it takes a while, but now you can see all notes, 3,800 notes, and you can scroll and look at all of them. Finally, there is a search option. So if you search for text, let's say that the patient says that, do you remember when I told you about my kidney stones back in 2010? So what you could do, you could search for any word, and this will take a while because there's a lot of notes, but you can see here that it'll scan through the notes, so you can look for any keyword there. I don't use this too often, especially if there's a lot of notes. You can see how long this takes, but you can see the number of matches is going up. So far it's found 14 notes with the word kidney in it. And then you'll have to search through those notes and see if it is applicable to you. Okay, and that is it for the next round of VA tricks.